I'm Stachan, and I'm a novelist, but at the moment I'm working on a play called Panic Passions with Louise, with my partner Louise Welsh.
That's me. I'm Louise Welsh, and I'm also a writer, and I'm co-writing with Zoe at the moment, which has been great fun.
This is the first time that we've worked together. We've both collaborated with other people. Recently we've both been working with Scottish Opera, so we've been working with composers, but we haven't actually collaborated so closely with other writers before, so it's a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to say that we haven't had any arguments, but we haven't had any massive bust-ups yet. There's still time to go. And I think part of what, I don't know what you would say, but I think part of what I've really, really enjoyed about this is getting back to what creativity is in the first place, and that's play, actually. And a lot of this, at the very beginning, is very, very playful, and we've been laughing a lot, even though our subject is veering on the apocalyptic.
Yeah, I think it makes me think when we first met, we've been together for quite a long time, but when we first met we were both starting out as writers, and one of the things that had really attracted me to you was your writing, your work. But obviously it's a part of our relationship that we can share with each other to a certain extent, and we share our work and we talk about ideas, and we ask each other to read pieces and so on, but you don't really see the process, and I think that it's always interesting for other artists to admire what the process actually is, because seeing it firsthand is usually impossible, and you don't really get an idea from hearing someone talk what they're actually doing. But now the process is so bound up with each other, we're seeing each other and hearing each other think, and seeing every aspect of the writing process in a way that has never happened before.
Yeah, I think so. And it's a massive challenge. Of course, this is the first time, as Zoe said, that we've done this together. And we did discuss how we would do it. We did try to work out a method. And what we thought we would do is almost like chain writing. We thought that one of us would write a piece, pass it to the other, who would then edit it and then continue from that, and then pass it back, and so it would go. And that's not at all how we've worked. Actually, what we've done is sat corner to corner across the table, not quite facing each other, across the table, and talked a lot about the plot, the plot, the themes, the characters, and then we sat down and written it line by line. And that's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I think it's working as a collaboration, because another concern that I've had was that we'd end up with something that was sort of tacked together, or that changed in style, that we weren't committed to. But I think there's maybe a couple of bits we still need to sort out in the moment, but it feels like our work, and that makes it a lot easier to be a lot more critical about it too, because it's not, if you want to edit a line and you're worried about that, it's not the task of the other writer. It's something that we've created together, and we've both been trying to make it perfect. So
there are still a few lines that we're going to be arm wrestling over, I think.
Yeah.
Playing a hand of cards or something.
I think so.
But yeah, it's I think there's things that have been faster as well. Things that process of talking about plot, talking about themes, talking about character, because you have somebody else, because you have two heads, which is always actually better than one. That's been a lot faster. The actual writing line by line is perhaps a little bit slower. The word count of what we have at the end of the day is much less than what I would expect to have at the end of the day where I'm working on my own. But the fact that we've been planning and talking, and I think overall this is coming together quite quickly.
The other big advantage we have is that because the play is a two-hander and there's two of us, we can read it through ourselves, and neither of us are good actors. In fact, we're both really quite bad actors, but it's tremendously useful to be able to stop and read it through several times a day if need be. So if you're working, you just don't really get that. You have to wait until there are actors involved.
Yeah, and I guess the other thing that I'm really pleased about is that we're both working on both of the characters. So there's no rivalry between our characters. Actually, it's all about the process of their journey, really, which is quite interesting. Yeah.
And we've got a brilliant director, Alison Kimball, so we know that if we suddenly fall out tremendously, we know we can ask her to bleed in and restore order to proceed.
Yeah, and that's important in all different ways, because I think you're my best reader of my work usually, and I very much like reading and feeding back on your work. And part of what worried me about both of us working together was who's going to read it, who's going to tell us if it's poor, who's going to tell us if it's being self-indulgent, and I trust Alison to do that.